Hey Ellie, I have something to talk to you about.
Okay.
Um, so you know Johnny, he's
hmm
such a bright student, but he has a learning disability, and would it be okay if he had a calculator during math?
Um, I think that that would probably cause some issues because we're really working on problem solving lately, and I just really think that that would affect my grading because I really try to focus on accuracy, and if he's using a calculator, I don't know how I would be able to tell that.
Okay, I understand that, but also, the other students don't have a learning disability, and he does, and I don't know, I just think needs to be something we can do because he's
Um,
not, yeah.
I just think that if he had a calculator, people, my other kids, I just know from experience would just consider that either cheating or that I'm playing favorites, or they'd ask, why am I not able to use a calculator? And so I think that would just cause distractions and probably other kids to act out when they probably wouldn't if we had a calculator, if we
Yeah,
didn't have a calculator.
yeah, that makes sense. I could see that happening. Um, could we try to come up with some solutions?
Yeah, let's brainstorm.
Okay. Um, well, what if we let all of them have a calculator?
Okay. But remember, I don't know. Like I said, I am trying to really focus on problem solving. And so
Yeah.
if they all had a calculator, I don't know how that would really work either because, yes, there probably wouldn't be behaviors because they'd all love to have a calculator. But I'm back to the whole accuracy, and I don't know if that's going to be a beneficial one. Could we try something else?
Yeah. Um,
Mhm.
well, what if maybe they only used calculators on the test?
Okay.
Or maybe on everything but the test?
Okay. Um, do you think that would we have the calculators leading up to the test or just on the test?
Mm, maybe just leading up to the test?
Okay. Um, I think that that would probably cause some issues too because I don't think, I think if they knew that they were going to get it on the test, I think that they would just rely on that and not try as hard leading up to the test.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know. I feel like that would also cause behavior issues also because if they knew that they were going to have the calculator, they wouldn't listen to me and they wouldn't really listen to anyone leading up to it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about that one.
Hmm. I don't know. I just feel frustrated because Johnny's such a bright student, and but
I,
I
I understand that you're feeling that way, and I can see that you're trying to come up with other things
mm-hmm.
to come up with. I wonder if there's anything else that we could do.
um well, what if they only used calculators on certain problems?
Okay. If they did that, would we preset that, or would how would we be able to choose which problems that is? Because if I let them choose, I know that they would just choose the easy one, like the easy ones to do without a calculator rather than doing the hard ones on their own. And then I'm
Yeah.
back to the whole problem solving. How am I supposed to figure out which ones that they should do and figure out if they understand how to problem solve
Mm-hmm.
correctly?
Yeah. I guess I just keep forgetting about the whole problem solving thing. Um what if I don't know, is there anything else you think he could do?
I think that maybe there's a way, could we pull him from the classroom maybe? I don't know if that's available for you because of like your caseload and everything
Mm-hmm.
that you're working on. So I don't know if that's something that you're going to be able to do or provide, but and he's also out of the classroom a lot. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
Johnny is already out of the classroom most of the time, and I feel like math is the one subject that he shouldn't have to be pulled out of the classroom for, and I really want to see him stay in the class time for that because I think he should be able to be in there as much as possible.
I
So,
agree because I know the kids all know that already that he's in there for math. And so if
mm-hmm.
he's not in there, then
Yeah, he would just
they
get
would
even more
wonder,
treated differently. And,
right.
yeah.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So what else could we do? Could we maybe try and do it where we use both problem solving to get to the...
Yeah, maybe you could have them first solve the problems on their own, show their work, and then after that they can use the calculators to check their problems. And you'll know that they're not just using the calculators right away because they have to show their work, how they're solving first.
I think that could maybe help with, like, then they wouldn't think that they're cheating because then everyone is able to use them too.
Yeah.
And I think that instead of just giving him the calculator, having him do it with everyone and telling him beforehand, like, hey, Johnny, it's okay that if you don't know some of the questions, but if you don't know it, circle it and put it in the calculator and do it, and then I'll come back to you and I'll figure out which ones that we need to work on.
Yeah.
So then I can see that would help with my problem solving because then I know exactly which problems. And that could also be a way for group discussion with the whole class too.
Yeah.
Because we could go over a different student's math problem. The one, if he wasn't able to get one of them, we could just use someone else's to help him work through it, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. And also, maybe if you were worried about them, somehow finding a way to cheat and use the calculators, you could have them show that they worked out the problems, and then you can give them permission to use a calculator.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I think that we could work that into our classroom.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for your
thank
time.
you for meeting. Thank you so much.
Yep.